Hello and welcome to the restaurant show here on CW57. My name is Ryan Ashker. On this week's show we have Club Tavern, Freshies, and Rosie's. So a lot of great food lined up. Stick around. We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show after this. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I'm very excited to be joined by my good friend Joe from the Club Tavern. Joe, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
Not bad at all. Thanks for joining us. We have some exciting stuff and we gotta get to this because I've never seen a burger with a crater in it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What is that for?
We're gonna stuff it. We're gonna fill it full of all kinds of goodies.
Stuffed burger. Sounds good. I'm sold already.
All right. We start out, we take some yellow onion and caramelize. So just cook it down on low and slow. In the meantime, we take a jalapeno, add a little bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and we throw it in a 500-degree oven until it starts to complain. So we're going to blister the jalapeno. What that's going to do is it's going to bring out some of the full flavor of the jalapeno, and it's going to pull back just slightly on the spice. It's still going to be spicy, it's just not going to have that straightforward bite.
Okay.
And everything else we're doing with this burger is going to be pretty spicy, so we want a well-rounded spice. We just don't want to kill people with heat.
All right. So you got some flavor, not just a kick in the stomach.
Absolutely.
All right.
Full flavor all the way across the board. So we take a 8-ounce portion of our beef, hand patted, never frozen. We take our pepper jack cheese, jalapenos and caramelized onions, right into the well that we made.
Oh, wow. And you guys use any specific kind of beef for these?
We do an 80-20,
right.
So 20% fat, 80% lean beef. And the big thing is that it's hand patted and never frozen. So nice quality ingredients, nice and fresh. You see the well helps us out there. We take a nice flattened piece, get to know it a little bit, seal the ends in.
Wow, that's a monster patty.
And then a little bit of seasoning and it's ready for the grill.
Okay.
So Cajun stuffed burger, of course we're going to get some Cajun seasoning on it. Again, layering the spice so that we're not just killing people with heat. And that goes on the grill. And a little Cajun seasoning on the other side.
Sure.
And then we grill that to 165 degrees. So we cook it through because with the stuffed, you want to make sure that the internal temperature gets hot enough so they're not getting anybody sick.
So everything's good to eat. Okay.
Absolutely. Then that goes on the grill. We cook that to about medium well. We take some roasted bell peppers and more pepper jack cheese. That goes on top of the burger.
Oh, wow.
Start with the bun. And then it gets the habanero aioli, which we have right here, that we make in-house.
Habanero aioli. Okay. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. Now, Cajun cuisine, it's the roots are French culinary techniques, and then it's onion, celery, peppers, and of course a lot of seafood, but we're going with the beef for this one. So, we have our chipotle peppers, black pepper, cayenne pepper, granulated garlic, white pepper, Tabasco, and Cajun seasoning. We take all of these things in about a quart of water. We get them on the range on low, bring it to a boil and let that simmer for about a half an hour. Let everybody get to know each other. And then, forgot, these little babies, the habaneros.
All right.
Okay, so those all just simmer for about half an hour until the habaneros get nice and soft. We put it in the food processor and puree it, and then we get left with that.
And you get that.
That's also one of our wing sauces. So we take the habanero sauce and heavy-duty mayonnaise, mix that together, we have our habanero aioli.
Wow.
And then it's sauce, meat, cheese, bell peppers, and of course, loaded potato salad, mixed vegetables, side choice, pickle spear, and a Hershey bar.
It's a lot of food.
Yeah.
Not gonna go home hungry after that one.
Not at all.
That looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really excited to try. That's a big burger too. Speaking of big food, this guy here, a Reuben.
Yeah.
Club Tavern Reuben. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a double-decker style Reuben. Slow roasted corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, Swiss cheese, and a really good marble rye. Take our bread very seriously. We do a lot of sandwiches. So we only go with the actual bread. There's no air inserted. It's not Wonder Bread. It's the good stuff.
So, and speaking of the bread, how does bread hold up that?
Well, it's because we actually go through an Italian bread company.
Okay.
So the reason I got sold on this bread, I was at a food show and I had a sample of burger buns in my hand. And the representative of this company made me hold on to his burger bun. It made me hold on to somebody else's burger bun, like I'm gonna make you do.
Hold on to this burger bun.
And he took some water.
All right.
All right, so I want you to just let me know when you start feeling water coming through the bun. Now we have a burger, we have sauce, we have vegetables, we have juice from the burger, especially if you're going mid-rare.
There.
Right there. So we went through almost a cup of water just in the top bun.
Wow.
Now we're doing 2 cups of sandwich between the bread. So basically your entire sandwich can disintegrate into the bread and you still have the bread holding together for you to eat your sandwich.
That's really impressive to do that.
Yeah.
And I swear that's the first time I've ever held Joe's buns on television. And we got some great things going on. We know obviously Badger season's coming up once we get through summer. A lot of other really cool events. Club Tavern kind of goes on the road. You don't just have to stop at the corner of Branch and University in Middleton. Where are some of the places you guys are going to be out and about this summer where we can see you?
Well, starting this weekend actually, you can come to the corner of Branch and University and we'll be grilling out. We're going to have a burger and brat stand just outside of the tavern, so you can stop, get a $4 cheeseburger, a $3 brat, and chips, soda, everything. So it's just a quick stop. You don't actually have to come in and spend the afternoon getting lunch. You just stop in.
All right.
We're also going to be celebrating 4th of July in Monona. We'll set up a couple of food booths on the 3rd and the 4th at Winnequa Park. And all Badger home games, we also set up our food booth right outside of Camp Randall on the corner of Regent and Monroe.
Yeah, right across the street from Camp Randall. You can't miss them. It's a game day staple for me if you're out there. So Monona for 4th of July, fireworks, everything, stop up there. There's some great Club Tavern food, so you can get that. Or the Brat and Burger stand, going to be right outside of the bar, corner of Branch University in Middleton. So a lot of great things going on with Club Tavern. Also be sure to mention Tuesday night, Taco Night.
Taco Tuesday, and if you're wearing a Club Tavern t-shirt or Madison Blaze t-shirt, all your drinks are half price.
And then Wing Wednesday.
Wing Wednesday, 50-cent wings, 75-cent shorties.
Can't go wrong with that. I know I'll be there every Wednesday. Hope to see you guys there too. Joe, thank you so much for joining us here today.
It was a pleasure.
Club Tavern, corner Branch University in Middleton. Go get one of these insanely big sandwiches and go home full and then probably take a nap. We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show after this. Coming up next on the restaurant show, Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I'm joined by my good friend Kaz. I'm so excited to have her back, and we have Greta along today as well, her first time on the show. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
From Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery, and we're going to learn some more stuff today, which we always do when Kaz stops by. So what are we going to be starting with today?
Well, we're going to start with a sunflower cupcake, and Greta is going to demonstrate how to make that. We pick cupcakes that are really easy to do that anyone can do at home.
All right.
And so we're going to start with the cupcake. So the first thing that she's going to do is just frost it up a little bit. And just a nice yellow frosting. You can get a lot of the food colors and tips and things that you use for cupcake decorating at different stores such as like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and there's a really cool store on Odana Road called the Vanilla Bean.
Sure.
And so that's where you can pick up some of the little tools that you might need to do this. This is crushed up Oreos that we're putting in the middle, and that's just like the little seeds of the sunflower. So far pretty easy. You could probably do it.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
So Greta, how many of these have you done to get ready for it?
Gonna be honest, just one.
Just one.
Learned this in a book.
So she just learned it, so we can do it.
Yes.
And last time Kaz was here, we learned how to decorate a cake, and I actually took that home and practiced it. So watching the restaurant show, you're learning how to bake.
Awesome. And so this is a leaf tip, and there's different leaf tips that you can get, you know, at the store. You just kind of ask around. And so we're just pulling out the petals with a leaf tip.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It's going to be a little sunflower. And this is super easy. Anyone could do it.
And you got the little pull away at the end to leave kind of that leaf impression looking. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep, cake decorating is so easy. It's just having that right tool and knowing how to use it.
So with that, is that something where you guys ever teach classes on designing kind of cupcakes or cakes?
We actually do.
right.
If you like us on Facebook, you will see when we will have our next cupcake class. We don't have one currently planned because we're pretty busy with wedding season right now.
Understandable.
But they have been a lot of fun. And usually at the end of a cupcake class, we get to do some like siphon brewing and some fun coffee stuff. Yeah, they've been well received.
You'll have to let us know when the next one is, because I'm going to sign up for it.
Okay, that'll be awesome.
More than just the show, I want to come out next and do it out there too. And that's done. Wow, look at that. So that's the sunflower cupcake.
Yeah.
All right.
next
And
to the
then
other one.
you also have, I'm going to go with this one, the marshmallow flower.
Right? And so again, she's just going to kind of do a base frosting on that.
Mhm.
Grab more frosting.
So when you're doing this and matching, frosting with the cupcake, things like that, what are some, popular or some maybe out-of-the-box sort of flavor combinations that you're a fan of?
Well, I think it's really fun to mix peanut butter in with your frosting and crush it up with peanut butter cups or something.
Ooh,
I
that
mean,
sounds
and you can fill your cupcakes. You can take a little knife and cut a little hole out of your cupcake and put fillings in there, and that's an extra fun surprise. You can shove a fresh strawberry, or there's all sorts of stuff that you can
Sure.
shove inside that cupcake so that it's like a fun surprise when you bite into
So
it.
an added little treat almost inside of the cupcake.
Yeah.
So you're cutting the marshmallows in half, and that's gonna. Okay, I see. That's gonna make the petals on
Yep.
the
Yep.
marshmallow flower.
And this is just colored sugar that she's dipping it in.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just forming her little petals there with the marshmallows.
You kind of pinch it. You pinch one side and then you kind of form the other side.
Right.
And what's nice about this one is you don't need any special tips or anything from those specialty stores. You can just do this at home. Just buy your bag of marshmallows. And the colored sugars you can get in the grocery stores in the baking aisle.
I wanna make sure we mention too. You brought up how busy it's going with wedding season and things like that.
Yep.
Are you guys still taking orders for graduation ceremonies, weddings, things coming up for the summer?
We sure are, and we're right next to Monona Grove High School, and they're graduating this weekend. So we've been seeing a lot of cake orders coming in, and we're going to make sure to have our blue and white colors ready for them.
There
Yeah.
you go. The Monona Grove, the blue and white colors,
Yeah.
they're ready. So if you guys are watching this photo there, make sure you call someone specifically to get your cake for graduation. That's going to be coming up. And also, I noticed I drove by over the weekend, you guys have a patio now.
We do. We just opened it up last week, and so now you can sit outside, and it's a nice little patio that's in the front of our bakery.
Oh, wow, that sounds fantastic. So you can sit out there and have a couple little treats and enjoy the nice summer, spring weather here in Wisconsin.
can, yeah.
That sounds fantastic.
Yes. And now we've got our little marshmallow one done, and we're going to move right along and get our spaghetti done.
Okay, the spaghetti one, that's might be the challenge one. So far, I think I can handle these. We'll see how good Greta can show us spaghetti here while we have some time left.
Okay.
Oh, we're going
So
to
we
borrow
got-
a board.
Yeah.
Here.
You got the cupcakes in. So that's one of those fancy kind of chocolate candies on top. That's what making that meatball looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to help her real quick, so
Sure.
we're running out of time here.
So we're getting the cupcake spaghetti. And you can see down there all the frosting kind of coming out, looking like the spaghetti noodles and the meatballs, and got some butter on there that I'm sure is not butter because they have all these kind of crazy tricks to make it look like how it's supposed to look.
I'm going to help make meatballs real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, these are those fun little candies.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in there for Greta.
So if you have your wedding coming up this summer, you still have some time for those graduation ceremonies, things like that, be sure to give them a call because they do an amazing job in a wide, different variety of fun ways to kind of do that.
is
And
the fun
are you
part.
still seeing a lot of cupcakes for weddings too, or just the cakes?
Oh, yeah, we're seeing a lot of cupcake weddings. I would have to say we're seeing more cupcake weddings than wedding cakes, so it's still a pretty big trend.
So it's a big trend out there.
And this would be a really cool cupcake.
It would.
So we're just squirting our spaghetti on top,
Uh-huh.
and we're gonna put our noodle.
And you guys are making
Or
that
our
look easy. So
meatball.
legitimately, this is another project
And our
that
Laffy Taffy.
any of you watching this could do at home. And then what
And
did
the
you use
butter
for the butter on
is
there?
just a Laffy Taffy.
So just the Laffy
Just
Taffy.
one of these.
Well, look at that.
And so we got our cupcakes done. Ta-da.
Just like that. So this is stuff you could do at home, do it with the kids, do it with yourself. Have a fun Saturday, Sunday afternoon, but regardless, go check them out, Rosie's Coffee Bar and Bakery. Greta and Kaz, thank you guys so much for coming back in.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show after this. Coming up next on the restaurant show, Jack from Freshie stops in. Hello and welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now I'm joined by Jack from Freshie. Jack, thanks for joining us here today.
Glad to be here.
We have an array of things lined up and as always, such nice colors every time you bring something between the juices and the salad and visual effects over here. We're going to start over here with the Meta Boost salad. Can you tell us a little bit about that guy?
Sure. So last time that we were in, we talked about some of our smoothies and our most popular dish, the Mediterranean. Today we're going to focus on our juice cleanse program. And what goes along with that is our salad right here in 4 juices. So the salad we refer to as the Meta Boost salad. And with it, you get carrots, almonds, mangoes, some edamame, we also call it soybean here in our part of the world, and some goat cheese on there. For a base, you have kale, spinach, and field greens, and a balsamic vinaigrette that we put on the side. And the reason that we do that with the juice cleanse is that a lot of times people come in the morning and pick up their juices and the salad for the day, and they're not going to eat that salad till lunch or dinner. So this way the dressing's on the side, so things
so
don't
they
get
can add
soggy.
it when they would like.
Exactly.
And you mentioned some of those field greens, the kale, the spinach, things like that. Why are those things so important to someone's diet? We haven't even heard a lot about kale specifically until just the last few years.
Yeah, so it's definitely a new trend. A lot of science has come out with nutrition and diet and how that all relates to what you're going to be feeling both inside and mentally. Kale and spinach are those dark leafy greens. You get things like vitamin K in real abundance that it's not as easy to get in some of the other vegetables out there. So eating those dark leafy greens on a daily or routine basis can really help make you feel better in general.
And whether or not you're doing it at home or make it even easier and stopping at Freshie for a smoothie, those are things that are really easy to put into a drink too, so you can get those nutrients.
Absolutely. With our Freshie Green is the one that you get all the veggies mixed in with the kale, spinach, avocado, a little pineapple in there. And it kind of is a little misnomer. It looks a little bit of a tannish color, but it's called the Freshie Green because the greens give you the energy.
Yes.
And speaking from personal experience, first time I had one of these, I was driving back from Chicago and I felt like I just had an espresso. Talking on the phone, I was like, man, I feel pumped up, like I should go to the gym. Thinking to myself, wait a minute, I didn't have any coffee with lunch. What did I do? Green energy.
And that's without caffeine or sugar or anything else. That's pure, natural, healthy energy.
Yep, so for people that maybe start their morning off with like a coffee or two, and then by midday sometimes they're kind of a little sluggish, but they don't want to have that another Coke, another coffee, things like the juices could be a great option for you. So with our juice cleanse, we get the green energy is the one here. The Mighty Detox, which, as we were talking about earlier, can be great after a long weekend.
Could use that once in a while.
The Carrot Zinger has great taste in it. It's got carrots and ginger in there.
All right.
Real delicious flavor to it. And the last one's the Red Power. So for the people that want to get those beets, once again, beets have vitamins and minerals that you really can't get in other vegetables. And so drinking one of these just overall really good for your blood circulation, your kidneys, things like that.
And even looking at it just with the colors, it looks like something you could get at a simple gas station out of like the smoothie machine because the colors are so bright, but there's nothing fake in there. It's just great natural ingredients.
And to give you an example, this is all that you would have to eat that would go into one of our Freshie Greens. Now I have a whole thing of ginger there. We really just put a good sized slice in there, but we're talking a couple carrots, about a cucumber and a half. You can see all the spinach, kale, everything else that we got here. So by the time it took you to eat all that versus a couple minutes or however long you want to drink down to juice, pretty quickly you can get what you need and get on your day.
That's insane. It makes it a little bit easier to get your vegetables for the day that way.
Exactly.
I want to ask you a bit about cleanses have been very popular, whether it's in a diet or going to a gym and doing their thing or buying supplements, but yours is a little bit different, probably a little bit healthier depending on what you want to believe. Tell us a little bit about yours and why this Freshie one is different and probably better for our viewers.
So sometimes the word cleanse scares people off. They're thinking it's very harsh, where it's really trying to flush you out. With this, we refer to it as detoxification cleanse. So over time, just in the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, you tend to accumulate toxins in your system. And unless you do things to counteract it, they just kind of stay stored up in your adipose tissue. So by doing things like juicing, it helps flush all those bad all those bad toxins out and put the good vitamins and minerals in. So it's up to you. Some people will just do a 1-day juice cleanse. Some days it's a 3 or a 5-day. One of our frequent guests, Randy, I'll put a plug in for him. He is on his 6th time of doing a 5-day juice cleanse. Very busy gentleman. And so he says, Jack, time is money for me. If I get a place where I can get 4 juices and a salad on a busy day, that really makes sense for people like him.
So something like that is, would you pick that up every day and have them kind of prepared as you go?
Yep. So you can tell us what time you want to come in. We're open from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. So some people come in the morning and just drink it throughout the day. Some people will come in the evening, so it's ready for their morning, and they just have it ready to go. But we're open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And you can always call ahead. Our phone number is 821-0209, and we can have the juices and salad ready for you.
Wow. So just very easy to make
Make
your day a little bit healthier.
Make it easy to eat healthy is really my goal with this. In Madison, a lot of busy people, and there's lots of other good restaurants and options around town. With us, we really focus on that healthy eating and making it convenient where you can just pop in, pop out, and get on with your day.
And I want to point out you guys are going to be at a few events coming up. Main one would be the Mad City Vegan Festival, correct? Yep. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. It's an annual festival they've been putting on. Some of the founders of that had asked me to participate, and we're just excited once again. A lot more people are realizing that they don't have meat all the time, and people like vegan people have made a conscious choice just to cut out the dairy and things like that out of their diet, so we're real happy to support them and be part of that event.
Okay. And with that, for big groups, this isn't something you have to do alone if you want to have friends involved, or just looking for a healthy alternative at your next event, whether it be graduation, Father's Day coming up, birthdays, weddings. You guys do catering as well.
Absolutely. So we both do what's called a group salad bar. So we bring out all the lettuce, all the toppings. So rather than getting a big salad and everybody picks out what they don't want, this way you can put in exactly what you want. We also do platters with either wraps or burritos. So you can try out some different flavors. We bring it out. We label everything, so it makes it real easy to decide, what you're getting. You don't have to guess and kind of hunt and peck a little bit. And we're real flexible, so when people have different wants and needs, just tell us what you'd like to do, and we can usually make it happen for you.
And with everything we learned today, Jack, what are some of the easiest way for our viewers to contact you guys?
So our phone number, once again, 821-0209. We're located at 422 Gammon Place, which is right by the corner of Mineral Point Road and Gammon Road. And I hope you come visit us soon.
Check them out. Do the cleanse. You can do a day to 6 days, or just get a really healthy lunch or some other alternative. Jack from Freshie, thank you very much for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back with more of the Restaurant Show after this. We want to thank all our guests today for stopping into the Restaurant Show and sharing with us some amazing food. Want to thank all of you for tuning in. It's the Restaurant Show right here on CW57, where you can eat the best and just forget the rest.